What's going on, everybody? Today, I wanted to do head, a head tutorial. Something along the lines of like a bad guy, like the big boxy head looking thing. So, I just been kind of messing around with that. So, I threw a little mock up, little rough trial right here. So, I'm going to try to knock this out real quick and see if we can get a little bit of a formula down and I can kind of show you what I did. So pretty much what you got to begin with is you got yourself a circle that you start with. I always start with a circle. So I'll whip one out real quick right here. Let me see if I can throw one down like that. Okay. Um, and then after that, what I do is I cut the circle in half. Or sorry, not yet. What I do is I cut the sides off, because your head is not round, so you cut the sides off. And I go kind of outward for that because this is a downward. We're looking up essentially at this, so it's kind of I'll do this type of thing. Okay. And then what I do is I cut it in half, a vertical line in half, like that. And I give a slight tilt to it because I kind of want this. That's what I kind of went for. That one was a little tilt. And then what you do is, since we're looking down, it's kind of like an upward look. So what you want to do is I'm going to basically do a box, which would be right here. See that it's kind of like a bent plane, if you can see how that is. And then we do the eye line across, and it's something like this, right? We kind of find that eye line. And I want to make 3 different planes, so I want to make you want them, if you're looking face on, you want them to be equal portions, but since we're kind of looking up, we're going to elongate as they go down. So you got this portion, and then this one's going to go a little bit longer, and then this one's even going to go a little bit longer. So this is where the chin's going to be. And I'll kind of just rough in a little chin like that. Next thing I do is I want that chin to be pretty wide, so I'll figure out how wide that is, and then I'll kind of lightly throw some lines up like that. Okay, so I'll do it over here. I threw these lines up like this, kind of towards that corner right there. Next thing you do is you find that jawline. So you want that jawline to be pretty strong, sort of like a a Thanos jawline. And that was kind of bring it down right here and connect it. Then after that, I'm going to kind of rough in where I want the eyes and the brow and all that stuff to start. So, and I kind of follow this line, and as I get up here, about here is where I'll start to kind of rough in those lines. Almost like there's like, you draw like a little X right here. And that would kind of be like right, if you can see right there. Then I'll find where that nose is going to go. And the nose, as you can see, I roughed in a line about right there. So I'm going to go about this distance from the eye line to the, this would be considered the hairline, really. And then this is going to be the top of the head, so I'll just darken that in. So about from this distance to this distance, I'll do that for about the nose, maybe a little less. And then you want that nose to be pretty wide, and kind of take it up, both of them up at an angle like that. And you kind of see it looking like a robot right now, right? And what I will do is I'll kind of curve these lines in like this, just to give the illusion of that curvature. And then I'll even do something like this. I'll give a little oval like that. Kind of did that right there. The nostrils, you kind of do something like that. You know, and they're going to be the nostrils in there. Throw something in there like that. Let me clean that up a little bit and get some more defined lines in there. So let's do something like this. Let's do more of a, like that. Like that. Maybe something like that. Next thing, as you can see, is where the mouth is going to be. And I'll put the mouth, I'll rest the mouth about right here. And I'll give that, that's where that little, you know, I forget what you call that part of your lip. But what I'll do is I'll bring that and I'll keep that pretty shallow. Like I don't let that lip get too big up there. Bring it about down there. Line underneath, kind of mimic what I did, and then just throw that about right there. Get that indentation of the bottom lip. Kind of follow this line right here, and you'll see your little. You can, you know, they don't have to be perfect. You can off center some lines right here to kind of give the illusion. See this line? So this, if you follow this circle, that's about where your divot of your chin is going to be. Next thing I'll do is I'll kind of pull these lines down. Light for now, about right, you know, and these are going to connect to your chin. You can even bring them lower. If you kind of see what I did there. So now we'll mess with the eyes. Now where your head is not, now where if the flat parts of your head, I'll kind of throw those in there. And it's almost like if you look, this line will go like this, and it'll go up like that. Right? It'll go like this, and it'll go up like that. Don't pay attention to the, right? It kind of goes like that, and then you can kind of throw your eyebrows up here like this. Now with the eyes, you want the eyes to be very thin. Something like that. And then on this side, kind of the same thing. Kind of throw your eyelids up there. And just throw some lines in there. You know, he's a bad guy. He's pretty squinty, and I'm making my guy stare that way. So you kind of throw that kind of stuff in there. Kind of looking that way, right? You can do some eyebrows like that. You can make them raised. You could even erase them. And just do kind of a, you know, kind of something simple. I'm just scribbling them in there right now. You know, you could do eyebrows that are kind of like, you know, people do your eyebrows different ways. I kind of just threw them in like that. See, so I still got that shape, that overall shape going on. Top of the head right here. Hairline. Now the ears are going to be from the eye line right here down to the mouth line. That's where the ears will sit. And what I do is I kind of throw them in like this. Right? And then for a hair, kind of a hairline, you could do something like this. Just kind of throw a shape in there. Colored in just so you know it's hair. Thick neck, so drop that in like that. Right? Now you kind of got a bad guy. I guess if you want him to be a good guy, he could be. But, you know, you got a little sketched out blueprint, and then you can go in, tighten the lines up however you want. You know, like when I go in and tighten lines up, I try to get my stroke of the pencil down the way I like it. And I'll turn the book as I'm doing it. It chills up, man. There's nothing feels as good in drawing when you're doing like the comic book thing. Just throwing in that chiseled out jawline. and just play around with it. And you'd have on your hands a pretty decent looking bad guy. Mess with that hair a little bit. I have trouble kind of getting these mouths the way I want them. I know the upper lip. No, the upper lip would be well, depending on the light source. Let's see. But yeah, I hope that didn't go off page too much. I got my monitor the opposite way of what I'm looking, so I gotta turn around and look. But that is kind of how I will throw together a head. Let's see, we're at 17. And that, and there's different ones. Say if you want to do it, one straight on, like a head straight on, I'll try to throw them together real quick. If you do one straight on, you want to do the same thing, but this time try to keep it centered. And don't do the jaw so big. Don't do the jaw so big. And you'll be able to get like a kind of like your classic head together. And you go more for like this type of shape. Box in that nose. And get that mouth. Yeah, this is looking goofy. Yeah. Anyway, I was doing that too fast. But yeah, that's your pattern. Circle, center line, vertical, horizontal, flatten the sides, box it, get your chin. Pick where your nose is going to be, pick where your mouth is going to be. Get your eyes laid in there. Get your ears. Man, do not try to draw fast. Don't try to draw this fast. It does not work. But yeah, okay, so head tutorial. Pretty simple way. Like I said, just think of it in a 3D way. Think of it as a cylinder, almost. Right? Like a cylinder. And we're looking up at it. Like this is the bottom of the cylinder right here. This is the top. This is the label. It's like a can, like a soup can or something. Soup. Kind of that type of thing. That's the kind of the type of shape we're going for with this head. This would be like looking down at it. This is the top right here. But see, this one, this is the soup shape where we're looking up at it. Then here's the label. So yeah, that's kind of it. So, all right. I tried to show you head. I hope it came through. I know it was a bit too sketchy, but hey, that's just what we do. That rhymed. Cool. Anyway, I'm going to see you guys later. Have a good one.